Hello folks, Robert from Marine Depot here, and thanks for tuning in. Our Red Sea Reefer Deluxe aquarium has been cruising for some time now, and I know it's been a while since I've shared our work with you guys. The corals and fish are all looking wonderful and really maturing. We are keeping up with our Red Sea Reef Foundation elements to supplement the tank, along with the daily dose of rods food to keep the tank inhabitants happy and healthy. We also started using the new Coral Essentials Power Trace program, which certainly helped improve coloration and growth, especially among some of the younger SPS corals. I'm really excited for this episode because I finally get to install an aquarium controller on this tank, and better yet, it's something fairly new to us here at Marine Depot, the GHL ProfiLux 4 aquarium controller. I chose the ProfiLux controller because it gives me all of the control and connections that I need. It offers remote monitoring for keeping an eye on the tank when I'm away, and then finally the KH director for alkalinity monitoring and control. We chose the ProfiLux Ultimate set, which includes the ProfiLux 4 controller with touchscreen display, all of the necessary probes and calibration solutions including temperature, pH, ORP, and conductivity, as well as the Power Bar 5.1 to plug in the devices I need to control. A nice bonus with the GHL ProfiLux controllers is that they're available in either black or white. So for all of you who like to keep things looking congruent, the GHL ProfiLux is a great option. Since we're using liquid supplements on this Red Sea tank, I also chose the 4-channel GHL dosing pump. The GHL dosing pumps are really nice because they're smart, well-built, and available in either a child or standalone option. This means even if you're not a ProfiLux control user, you can still take advantage of this awesome dosing pump with built-in Wi-Fi and app control. The first step in getting this GHL unit implemented is reviewing the resource guide and user manual, both of which are available for download on our website. For first-time users, the resource guide can be a great benefit because it's updated with all of the new information you're going to need to take advantage of the GHL Connect app, which is something you won't find in the regular user manual. When building up a tank or setting up a new controller, it's important to think about your source of power and creating an area where you can safely mount sensitive electronic equipment, such as a controller, safely away from moisture and salt creep. The new Marine Depot controller boards offer a perfect solution for this, and of course we took full advantage. The Red Sea Reefer 525 Deluxe has a nice area on the right-hand side of the sump that is a great place for a chiller, but since we don't need a chiller, this is the area we're going to use for our controller boards. I took some measurements and then visualized how I was going to mount these controller boards under the aquarium. I chose to use 2 controller boards for this project. One of the boards will hold my controllers and dosing pump, while the other will hold my surge protectors along with the GHL power bar. I mapped out and mounted all of the surge protectors for power first. Next, I test fitted the controllers and dosing pump and then proceeded to secure the boards in position under the tank. I found that using some self-drilling screws really helped to get these controllers mounted on the tank because the material that they use on the stand is quite dense, and if you don't use these self-drilling screws, it's likely you're going to have to tap a hole first using a drill bit. After getting the boards mounted, I proceeded to connect the GHL PAB accessories, which are the power bar, dosing pump, and display screen. I also connected the monitoring probes, which included pH, ORP, conductivity, and temperature. One helpful tip when setting up these controller boards is only utilize 1 or 2 of the screws to secure the front panel. This way you can quickly remove the front panel to make changes to the wires instead of removing all 10 screws. Next, I placed the dosing pump and then ran all of the dosing lines. I secured the dosing lines using an acrylic tube holder on the sump. I chose to utilize the GHL Connect app, which can be downloaded from the App Store, in order to connect to the controller and start programming it. One really nice feature of the ProfiLux 4 is that you have a few different options for connecting and programming it. I chose to utilize the app, but you can also access from a web browser via My GHL software, or simply hook the unit directly to your PC with a USB cable. This means that no matter what your situation is or where you are, you should always have an option for connecting to the controller, even if your home internet is down. Connecting to the controller directly via the app was painless and quick. Upon applying initial power, the GHL will give off its own Wi-Fi signal, so it's just a matter of searching for the signal and connecting to it. From here, you have the option to either work offline using the internal Wi-Fi signal or integrate your home network for remote access. Programming the controller was simple, but it did require a slight learning curve in order to become familiar with the interface and the terminology they use in their app and in their software. The entire GHL ecosystem was designed for users with no previous coding experience, so you really are using a series of drop-downs and menus that should come natural to most of us if you have any sort of experience with a home computer. We chose to control the return pumps, power heads, and protein skimmer in order to take advantage of a feed hold in which all of these pumps will turn off with a single button press via the GHL. I also attached both heaters as an extra level of protection against overheating or failure. The lighting is being controlled via the My AI app and does not need to be controlled via the GHL, so those are still plugged directly into a classic surge protector. On the dosing pump, we're taking advantage of 3 of the dosing channels, one for each of the Red Sea foundation elements. The final step I took was to tidy up all of the cords and wiring using zip ties and Velcro. I really like to save this to the last step because I want to be confident that I'm happy with the equipment before I tuck the wires away out of sight. So far, I'm really happy with the GHL controller. The unit's very well built with high quality components. The user interface options can accommodate just about any situation, and programming the controller was super simple. In the future, I definitely want to take advantage of the KH Director, as well as use the GHL to monitor and control a calcium reactor alongside a Pax Bellum algae reactor. Before I let you guys go, I have one very special surprise, a GHL giveaway. That's right, one lucky winner is going to win a ProfiLux 4 aquarium controller and a dosing pump. In order to enter, all you have to do is like this video, leave us a comment, and then share the video with your friends. We will announce the winner on February 1st via social media, so be sure that you follow along with us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I appreciate all of you guys for watching, and until next time, take care and happy reef keeping.